Imagine waking up every morning on a tropical island beach only to discover that it is littered with plastic straws. That's what our next guest, Dawson, was finding and became the founder of The Only Straw. Completely biodegradable straws that last in your drink and not in the environment. And Glenn is here in studio with me now. How are you today, my friend?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
No worries at all. It's great to have people back face to face. So there's a lot of us who love tropical islands, the holidays and their natural beauty, but you actually ran hotels. How did this lead to what we see before us here in the Eco Straws?
Yeah, so we were running a couple of hotels in Lombok, Indonesia, and we had beautiful white sand beaches out the front, but every morning we'd wake up and of course all the night stuff had washed up and all the plastics and everything, and plastic straws was probably the biggest one. You know, some days you'd be picking up maybe 500 straws to 1,000 straws just off the beach.
500.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's talk a bit about the solution, I suppose, and tell us a little bit what makes The Only Straw unique. I've got one here with me.
They're unique in that they're all natural ingredients. They're completely natural. They're made of rice flour and tapioca. They're natural colorings. They break down in 90 days. They're completely zero waste, and they're gluten-free. They're vegan friendly, and they last in the drink for at least 45 minutes. So they're about 5 times longer than a paper straw.
And it seems like an incredibly good solution because you tap it on the thing there, and it feels like a plastic straw, but you wouldn't know the difference. So your passion to replace plastic straws has grown into replacing paper ones as well. We see so many organisations boasting about how they're using paper straws, but what's wrong with them?
Well, paper straws was a great direction, the same as bioplastic straws were probably a great direction back in early 2000s. But as we're going along, we're finding different things, and of course, paper straws don't last in drink, which is the biggest problem for the general public and the consumers. So, and the other thing with paper straws is that there's now been a study in California where they've picked up something called PFAS, which is
it's a scientific word.
It's a very difficult word. Polyfluoroalkyl substance, which is a forever chemical, basically. And so that's mixed in with the cardboards and the papers to give them a bit of longevity. And it's really nasty stuff.
Doesn't sound good for us.
Yeah, we don't really want that. So these straws have no chemicals in them, and break down.
And that's the important part
into the environment.
After you finish the drink, of course, because I find with paper straws, if I'm trying to get through a milkshake, it can get a little bit difficult. So this seems like a really good replacement. So how do you think products like The Only Straw can make a difference?
I think it'll make a big difference in Australia because, I mean, most of our communities are on the beach, on the seaside, and of course, you know, plastic straws have been a problem for so long. Now that the bans are coming in place, it's fantastic. But now we don't really want paper straws going into the ocean either. So it's something that can disappear without a trace and be better for the community overall.
That's awesome. And as I said to you off air, it only takes one video of a turtle having one removed from them to sort of see that this needs to happen and it needs to happen now. So where would you like to see the team and The Only Straw grow in the future? I imagine there's some bright stuff ahead for you guys.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the moment, we're sort of setting ourselves a target of getting investors on board and talking to distributors and getting more volume out there, more coverage, we need more straws that are better for the environment and not making damage. So.
And as you said, now that the bans are coming into place, perfect opportunity to jump on in and get the ball rolling. So if people want to find out more, or companies want to get involved, or a cafe's seen this and they're watching and they're going, this looks great, where should they be looking?
Theonlystraw.com.au, and we're on all socials, of course. We're on LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and
at The Only Straw. Perfect. Glenn, thank you so much for your time and coming on down and sharing a little bit about the business. It's an exciting one.
Thank you.